Yeah, it was different for me, yeah. They couldn't see the vision, it was crystal to me, yeah. Look at how the tables turn, interestingly, yeah. If it's what it is, that's what it's meant to be, meant to be. Tall down on me, yeah. I could never be that what you want me to be, yeah. I iced out my chest, I put my heart on my sleeve, yeah. Blessings never stop cause it was meant for me, yeah. Meant for me.
We about to graduate. We about to graduate. We about to graduate. We about to graduate.
We're about to graduate, and I just wanted to, take the time and look back, reflect on just my journey throughout, this entire ride. Not just high school, but just out the womb to where I'm at now, or before senior year, I should say, because I'm reflecting on everything leading up to senior year. We're going to be looking at some memories, some old videos and pictures. I'm going to explain them to y'all and hope y'all enjoy it. All right, so this is when I was in SeaWorld with my mom. Basically, my dad and his students had a college trip, I think. And it was just one day, I think my mom and I just walked over. I don't think we made a full walk to SeaWorld, but I don't know if we took like a Uber. We walked halfway and took an Uber, but I remember we did some type of walking. We did some type of walking to SeaWorld, and I think my dad picked us up. And we just go on this roller coaster, and apparently I'm scared for my life, which I think we went on this twice. Cause I think the first time I was obviously scared. I'm like, I think if I go on it another time, I won't be as scared. But I think I ended up making the same face just because of the speed and everything. I think. I'm not sure. I was like 4, maybe 3 years old. 3 turning 4 maybe. Yeah, and after the rides and everything, we just went to this show and I fell asleep. Yeah, that was my first time at SeaWorld. Just a random trip to Florida. Like, we didn't go to Disney World or nothing. Just my dad and his students had a trip. We went there. Randomly go to SeaWorld. We come back. All right, so back in the day, me and my brother, well, first it was just me. But we had these birthday parties and, I'm just so in love with cartoons and everything that, we just decided to take a picture for an invitation. And my dad, with his graphic design skills, would put, the theme of the invitation will sometimes put the characters of the invitation, not characters of the invitation, but characters that match the theme of the party on the invitation. So like right here is Ninja Turtles. I'm gonna assume this is 2014. Yeah, 2014. This is Ninja Turtles. We had other themes too as well. This next one was Power Rangers, which that was crazy. It was in 27. It wasn't the next one. The next one was Ninjago, which 2015, summer 2015. I'm like, Ninjago was probably my #1 show. It just got real interesting. I think that was like the go-to show for me, especially when it came to Cartoon Network shows. Just very interesting. Just amazing plots and storylines. 2016 was anime theme, more so Dragon Ball. I'm not sure what the invitation for that was. 2017, like I said, Power Rangers, and that was crazy because my grandma's friend's son dressed up as the Green Ranger. And when we talk about Green Ranger, I do want to say rest in peace to Jason David Frank. He's he plays the iconic character Tommy Oliver. I watched the documentary Hollywood Demons. After watching it, it just made me realize how important mental health is for everybody, no matter how known you are. Like, and when you be honest, it's like when you're well known, I think you need a lot of mental health support and a lot of care when it comes to that. Be self-aware of your mental health and everything. That was my biggest takeaway from it. But yes, rest in peace to Jason David Frank. Yeah, 2017, my grandma's friend's son dressed up as the Green Ranger. My mom just sent me a picture. It was him holding, my, at the time, newborn baby cousin, Camden. She's 5. No, she's not 5. She's 8 now, I believe. Because 2017, yes, 8 years old. I'm sorry, I'm just getting old. I can't believe, my little cousins are growing up. I remember talking to my friends one time. We was talking about LeBron James, and I was like, 2018 LeBron, that wasn't a long time ago, quote unquote. I believe 2018 LeBron was all around his best version of himself. I remember one friend was like, people that were born in 2018, you can have a full conversation with them now. And that's crazy. It's a picture of my first dog, Ranger. I first thought she was a boy, but my dad was like, nah, she's a girl. Which, I mean, is a good thing, because right now I have her 2 children right now, Sammy and Chubb, my 2 dogs right now, who are a bit crazy, and they're supposed to be emotional support animals, but yeah, they're not doing a good job at that for real. And, Casey's over with my grandma. Yeah, she died in Christmas of 2018, which is sad, but dogs age faster. So you just have to appreciate the memories and move on. So if you didn't know, I played soccer, DYSL, Denmark Youth Soccer League. This picture, I was in 2nd grade. I was supposed to be in a lower age group, but my cousin / family friend Chancellor, he's a year older than me, so they put me in the same age group as him just so I could, actually want to play soccer. And with this picture right here, this team won 0 games. Next year, the year after that, I was in 3rd grade, 2016, which, amazing year, by the way, 2016. We won the championship, and it was against a team that beat us every single time in the regular season. And during that game, I had crossed somebody up. Yeah. So I keep telling my friends, yo, I have championship experience at soccer. I mean, yeah, sure, I was 8 years old, and I had other people like Chance on the team that was carrying. But now I play my role. I participated. I contributed to the win, to the trophy. I'm a vet at this, man. Don't play with me. I'm a Hall of Famer.
Hey, how was the game?
The game was amazing, bro. Especially that strikeout. We all stood up before the game was even over. We was like, once they get that strikeout, we out of here. Go to the shop, get your cut. It's a wrap. Good night, Atlanta. Yeah.
So this is the trip of all trips. Probably the 2nd best trip, and my 2nd best school trip ever, or 3rd. Because above that's probably the senior cruise that just happened, and maybe the Scarowinds trip. But it's debatable. The Atlanta trip, 2023, which, the first part of that year, kind of depressing for me. But, towards the end, it was getting good because, this Atlanta trip and the interactions I had, the atmosphere it had. And then that's the same year where Spider-Verse came out. It came out that summer, and I watched the Thursday premiere, so I watched it the day before the last day of school. This Atlanta trip was great. It was amazing. I'm right here with shades and a chain on, just flexing. And yeah, great trip. They call me ATL Vic. I don't know what Marquez and Willie are doing here. One thing you notice is everyone's eyes except mine are glowing because of some type of reflection. I'm wearing shades, so I'm not having to worry about that. I'm back. Had some technical difficulties yesterday, but I hope we're good now. But the image is 3rd grade. 3rd grade, one of the best school years, 2016. However, I guess you can say it's the start of me trying to live for people's acceptance. However, it introduced me to black music, I guess. Because I was at a Christian school where it was mostly white people. So it was like a little bit of hip hop, but not much. But third grade going to Felton, 2016 by the way. So hip hop was at a peak, in my opinion, from what I've seen, my eyes, I guess. It was just a great year culturally and sport. That's when LeBron and them, the Cavs, came back from 3-1 against the 73-9 Warriors. Historical. Yeah, so those are some of the memories, and you know, being candid here, some of those high school memories, I should say, mentally and even spiritually, not everything was going good. Well, I mean, at that moment, if I recorded it and everything, then yeah, I was feeling all right. But like, just I'm either coming out of a situation or going into a situation with, like, you know, certain people, dealing with my insecurities and everything, especially that sophomore year. Thankfully, I had those moments, such as the Atlanta trip to, I don't want to say escapism, but that's kind of what that specific trip was. To be honest, you know, I was in Atlanta. I had EOC that next week, but you know, everything was chill for the most part. But yeah, just some of those memories where, you know, I'm in the inside, I'm still dealing with things. Like I said, situations with certain people, coming out of situations with certain people. So, you know, I just wanted to clarify that, like, you know, during those seasons, I guess in the long run, life wasn't like all, you know, peaches and cream. You know, I still had my problems and challenges, like we all do. You know, we all have regrets and everything. You know, there's stuff we look back on and we say we wish we didn't do that, or things could have been differently. And obviously I do. I have a lot of regrets. I wish I did things differently with certain things with certain people. And I'm not gonna say I regret, you know, meeting anybody. You know, I cherish every interaction I have and everything. God bless all those who I've interacted with, whether we still interact or not. Even if we don't interact anymore, still, you know, I love you and I wish the best for you. See, I don't regret meeting anybody, but I do say, if I knew how certain dynamics and connections were going to end up, I probably wouldn't have invested as much or invested the way that I did. Like I said, it's not regretting the person or regretting meeting the person. It's just looking back and saying that was unwise of me to treat that bond or whatever, that connection that way. Actions too, you know, I regret watching certain things, listening to certain things, doing certain things, treating people a certain way, obviously. You can't live in regret though. You know, we can't live with our mind 24/7 just constantly replaying moments and circumstances that have already been done. You know, it's like it's already been done. It's over. It's set in stone. Move on, basically. You know, I think of the verse, Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose. You just have to like believe and trust that no matter what happened back then, that it'll all work together. It'll all make sense in the end of the road. No matter how bad things happen, there can be good that come out of it. There can be good that can come out of it. Yeah, just a reminder, just don't live in regret. Keep living, keep going, and know that it'll all work well if you just trust God. And then there's the sibling, the twin, the brother/sister to regret, which is worry. We all worry about a lot of things. I'm literally about to graduate. I'm about to leave the nest and move on. I got a lot of worries. I worry who I'm gonna be around because, I mean, the people I'm connected with right now, I mean, I feel like I'm not being I'm not going far away, so I can still contact. I mean, I can contact everybody. It's 2025, we have phones and everything. But physically see see most of them again time to time. I feel like I'm just gonna be an hour away. But even just, I want to talk about college. Just how's my social life going to be? How's my content going to be? How's just everything? The way I do things, the way just life works. Shout out to Chris. I remember making a short of the last documentary episode about, how I was saying I'm growing up, I was the type of guy to live people's acceptance. And Chris commented, like, as I grow up, I'll see how diverse the world is. I was always worried about, people that are deemed the cool kids as of right now, what they think. And Chris, the comment said that people who weren't deemed as cool and were deemed as weird and awkward, which, that was my senior superlative. But I'm not mad at that, though. I'm not mad at getting most awkward. I'm actually happy a little bit because I have a different definition of awkward. Basically just being anomalistic, which I have no problem being an anomaly at all. There's no problem being different. If you're different, that's good. I'm just say that straight up. Don't try to fit in. I've tried to fit in on multiple occasions. That all left with just insecurity, anxiety, depression, all that. I'm gonna just say that straight up. But he was just saying people that were weird in high school and different and awkward, they end up being respected and everything. I'm not trying to hype myself up or anything because I'm not trying to be very arrogant or prideful, but it's just, I really appreciated it, considering what I've been through socially. Yeah, going into this new season is a lot of worries, a lot of concerns, a lot of anxiousness, but it's all part of the plan and we'll get through it and we're gonna enjoy it. We'll get used to it, go to the next season, go to the next season after that, after that, after that, and after that. I made this video about memories and everything. And just looking back, I'm always looking back at everything. And I just had this thought one day, I'm always looking back, but I don't want to look back at these photos and videos and not have something to look forward to or not currently enjoy something as of right now that can be a great memory later on. Things come and things go, events come and go. So everything's gonna become a memory at some point. But I just wanted it to be like a cycle where I'm enjoying something right now. It becomes a memory. But after that, I'm still enjoying something still. And I'm having something to look forward to. So, I made a video in January just saying, in 2025, I just wanted to, while I still have these good memories, I'm currently making more good moments, especially going into this senior year. Well, it's not going into, but going through this senior year, being in the middle of it at the time back in January. And thankfully, thank you, Jesus, I can say that we've had great times since me recording that video in January here in 2025, the second semester of senior year. And they'll go down as phenomenal memories.